Hey guys, real quick before we get into the video today, I just wanted to bring to your attention, I do have a TcgPlayer Store that I sell pretty frequently on here. If you guys come to my store, MatthewCodysCards, you'll see I have several cards up here for sale. Just reach out to me and let me know. If you guys are interested in anything like that, you can message me on YouTube and just say, hey, I'm interested in this card you have, and maybe we can work out a deal or something. I also have an eBay store where I do sell pretty frequently with like deck cores and play mats and football cards and stuff like that. So just reach out, guys. Please enjoy the video. Peace. Hello, welcome back to the channel, guys. True here. So I'm shipping off some cards to TcgPlayer and wanted to discuss stuff with you guys of a topic that's been coming up a lot lately, that I wanted to kind of chime in on, because I don't feel like my opinion is like end all be all, like you should take it from like a pro, but coming from different card games, like originally, it's funny, after I've told you guys, I came from Magic. I played Magic before I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And to me, one of my favorite things about Magic is that you always had different formats. Is that what I should call it? Yeah, different formats, right? And you can always play like whichever format you want to play. And what I mean by that is you had standard. Magic in standard is very fast. Games are usually typically over by turn 4, which I know is not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where games are typically over by round or turn 1. You're usually, when you're playing against what's called like a mono deck or a aggro deck, and you're going against a player who can put up, I don't know, like 12 damage by turn 3. Usually those games are going pretty quick, or people get to their objective in their deck and it's over by turn 2, turn 3, sometimes turn 4. So if you didn't like that in Magic, you could always go to like a different format. They had standard, they had modern format, which is kind of what our advanced format is, which is standard Yu-Gi-Oh! And they also had something called commander format, where you can take a really powerful mythic card and it can be your deck's leader. You get a 100 card deck, only one copy of each card. So unless it's a land, you can play as many lands as you want, of course. But if you wanted to play, real quick little flex, I'm excited because Justice Hunters is right around the corner, and I'm sitting at a pretty 617 coming in by like a week after latest. I'm probably going to use this money to get cases. Pretty excited about that. I sold a couple of deck cores and I sold a bunch of stuff from Stampede that I've just been sitting on and I just haven't had time to put it together. I told you guys in a different video I was going to go just sell it to a vendor, but I decided I would make a lot more money if I just sold it on here, and 52 or 42 orders later, I've sold pretty much like 95% of it. So people who say that the market's dying down right now, I beg to differ. Anyway, so by the way, keep a lookout on the channel. It's the week of the 23rd. On the eBay channel, I am going to be posting a full Vanquish Soul Core, because I don't want to play it next format. I'm going to play Draco Tail and some form of Ryzel, as long as they don't ban it. So you'll be seeing that Vanquish Soul Core, and if you hit me up and just say, hey, True, I'm coming from YouTube, I'll throw you a discount. So anyway, okay, back to it. So one of the coolest things about Magic the Gathering formats is that you had all these different formats you could go to and you could play. Whereas in this game, I feel like Konami and TCG, like the American side of it, are so damn hell-bent on being different than everybody else that they just refuse to open up different formats. Now I say that as yes, they are progressing with Edison. They're trying to in their own way, and they're unique about it, of course, and they want to be different. They pissed off the player base earlier last week, but here we are. So the thing that I've been seeing, and the questions that a lot of people I've been seeing are asking is like, hey man, like, what does Yu-Gi-Oh need to be fun? And to me, it's quite simple. I'm coming out of a drought where I've been bored of the game for probably about 3.5 months now. I have the decks that I love, and I've been trying to keep myself motivated by playing, like, and finding unique recipes for decks that I like in the past, whether it be Sword Soul, whether it be Snake Eye, whether it be Fire King, Hell, Ice Barrier, things of that nature. Recently I've fallen in love with a 60 card pile of Ryzel, Nekroz, Mitsurugi. But my simple answer to that question is how to make this game fun. Always create nuance, or always have nuance on the horizon. I want to look something up while I'm live and doing this video. Let's just check something out here. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Rules and Dates. So, let's check some things. Okay. Master Rule 1 was in 2008. Master Rule 2 was 2011. 3 was 14. The newest Master Rule was 2017. So the newest Master Rule was 5 years ago. So you went 3 years, 3 years, 3 years, 3 years. And now it's been 5. So no wonder folks are bored, right? No wonder. We're accustomed to nuance coming into the game every 3 years, and now it's been a 5-year drought. No sign of a new rule. The last new rule allows the revision that allows fusion, synchro, and XYZ monsters to be special summoned from the extra deck to any monster zone. So, one of their biggest failures, and this is when I left the game, was the introduction of Master Rule 4. When Links happened, I left. Because I was like, this is boring. Like, I just went from being able to XYZ summon all my Stellar Knights to now I can only XYZ summon one. My deck is already at hindrance because I'm a control deck, so I'm already limited to monsters I can do, and now I'm just screwed. And now they want me to do combo, and I'm not here for it. So I left. And I came back once the Master Rule got updated, because they corrected their mistake. But as much as I've been giving Konami like good cheers and hoorahs and way to go buddy and keep it up, I can't help but notice this, because I had a feeling that we were in a bit of a drought since the last Master Rule, and I think we're due for a change. I think we're long overdue for a change, and I get the way that they're trying to update the game. They are now making archetypes, whether it be K9, Draco Tail, the Yummies, all those things are getting ready to come out. They're going to have in-engine, non-engine essentially. Like in-engine disruptions that can counteract your opponent. And I get that. That's cool. That's a cool nuance. Draco Tail is insane. I'm super excited to play it, but I would be 10 times over the hill if you told me that, hey, in 2026 we're in for a new Master Rule. Whether it be they introduce something like a Planeswalker, where you have like Yu-Gi-Oh, you can put Yu-Gi-Oh as a card next to you, and if you add 1 loyalty to him, you can draw a card, and -2 loyalties, he banishes a monster until the end of the next opponent's turn. Like, crazy stuff like that would be cool, right? It would introduce a nuance to the game, and it would bring change. Not even that, but like, hey, now decks are to be 60 cards. All decks to be 60. But you can still only play 3, max. Like, challenge our deck building skills. Maybe increase the extra deck size. I don't know. A new mechanic of some sort. Like, this game is fun. Like, everybody says it's the best card game out there. Everybody that I've interacted to or talked to, which I kind of tend to agree. I mean, somewhat. I'm not gonna lie. I love Yu-Gi-Oh, and I play it, and I do my channel based around that. But I enjoy Magic the Gathering more. I have more fun with Magic the Gathering than I do Yu-Gi-Oh. However, I play Yu-Gi-Oh more because I get to see my friends and play with them. I don't have a friend base in Magic, so that was the pure dictator there for me. And Pokemon has no interruption between opponents' turns and stuff. Like, it just, to me, is not the optimal game. However, that being said, yes, I think that Yugi is definitely the most far along as far as skill expression and technicality and all that. I'm still an advocate for, well, let's change things up, let's mash things up, let's do something new, let's bring something in. Because it's been 5 years. It's been the exact same format and the exact same game style for 5 years now. And player numbers are down. Be real. Be real. Yep, that's fair. We can talk in a safe, fair space here. I'm not sitting here saying, damn Konami, or the game's dying. I'm not like I was back when they banned Baron, where I was just bitter. I'm more of the line of, it's obvious there needs to be a change. There should be a change. I think it's kind of right to have a change. The only thing is that I couldn't even begin to say what I think that change should be. A change to me that sounds fun may not sound fun to any of you, or only like half of you, or a change to me sounds fun to me and 20 of my followers, but the other 300 followers of mine are like, nah, dude, I like this better. So it's hard because it seems like their master rules kind of made changes that the player base was wanting more and more and more, and then they just dropped link summoning on us, and everyone got pissed. So they had to revise that. So I feel like they're kind of squirrely, and they're nervous to make a change. I don't blame them. Konami is all about money. That's all they care about. They could care less about our happiness. But I think a change would bring in new players. Because if you guys haven't noticed, like, how many young players do you see on the move in Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, it's a lot of older people, right? It's a lot of the faces we've known for the past 10 years. So, I mean, like, we gotta be willing to change with the flow. It could just be a minuscule, microscopic change, but change is good. Change makes you get out of your comfort zone, which is what you should do in a TCG. If you want to be known as a skillful player, you're able to adapt. And right now, it's just very cookie cutter. We know the rule set, we know how everything functions, it's all well and great, but like, come on, man. Bring something new on. You know what I mean? Bring in a new card type. Bring in something. Like, that's what I'm thinking of. And with all that being said, I'm in a good mind space with the game. I'm cool with it because I'm comfortable. Which is never something you should be. You should never feel comfort. When you're comfortable in life, that means you're not changing. You're not growing. So my thing to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is change is good. Change sucks, but change is good. It is. That's my opinion on this whole matter. I know some of you are going to come into my comments and say, you're wrong, the game is totally fine where it is, we don't need any change, we're good. Some of you are going to come in and say, I can't stay in the game right now, I'm so bored. Yada yada yada. But like, we haven't had a change. I want you to give you perspective, okay? So the game changed right here. And it only lasted this long until the next change. We haven't had a single change since all this. All this. And it's just been the same game. Like, I'm ready for something to mix up. I'm ready for it to be a little different. I'm ready to have my mind tested where I'm sitting there like, how do I deck build now? What do I do here? How do I do that? What can I cut in? What do I need to take out? How do I like change up the way we combo, change up the way we interact? Like, I just think that it's a good thing. And so that's my opinion of this whole matter. I think that it's always good to change. It's scary and it sucks, and sometimes you get better. Like, look what happened to me last year when they banned Baron. I was pissed off for 4 months, but I came out the other side of that 4 months and was like, hey, I like the game even more now because I had to change. So that's my challenge to the community. What do you guys think? Is change a good thing? Does change need to happen? And the next question is, do you think we're on the horizon of a change? Do you think that Konami actually has something loaded up that we're not prepared for? I personally think that the year quarter century, with all the stuff they were doing and the new rarities and everything like that, like the game's been evolved and going on this long, 2025 would have been the perfect year to do it. Perfect year to do it. But who knows? So anyway, guys, that'll be it for me. Please like, comment, subscribe. Be kind, be respectful. The world's going through some craziness right now, and I am a very devout person of my church, and I just want you to know that I pray for the world every day, and I just hope that we can find peace and solidarity. So, with all that being said, I hope you guys all have a good night. Again, be safe, be kind, be respectful, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Yes, let's go. Come on. Level head, heavy metal, lead foot up on the pedal.